When rap's self-crowned queen swings at R&B's reigning Grammy darling, the internet stops to rubberneck. On July 15th, Nicki Minaj lit up X with a barrage of jabs, sneering that the industry wouldn't even miss SZA if she vanished and dubbing her a fake girl's girl. But the Kill Bill singer didn't stay silent for long. She posted alleged text showing Nicki twice begging for a feature, then calmly reminded the Barbs that she now holds 5 Grammys, including 2025's Best R&B Song for Saturn, while Nicki's trophy case still reads 0 wins and 12 tries. That single screenshot flipped the narrative, turning a routine Twitter spat into a heavyweight clash of egos, accolades, and fan army pride, setting the stage for the fireworks we're about to unpack. On July 14th, TDE president Terrence "Punch" Henderson hyped his protege I Am Lyric's debut single, Broken Barbies. The cheeky title brushed right up against Nicki Minaj's own Barbie brand, and by dawn the next day, she blasted Punch on X, claiming he'd bullied her for years after she'd rejected his business pitch, fuel she promised to ignite with receipts. Touring Europe with Kendrick Lamar, SZA tweeted a calm warning: "Mercury retrograde, don't take the bait, lol silly goose." Nicki read it as a subtweet, snapped back, "Go draw your freckles back on, bookie," and mocked the singer's appearance while vowing to expose lies. In a span of hours, a promo tweet, a cryptic horoscope joke, and a bruised ego had detonated a feud now watched by millions, and Nicki's Twitter cannon was only warming up. Nicki didn't just clap back, she carpet-bombed the timeline. Within minutes of SZA's silly goose horoscope tweet, the rapper quote tweeted, "Go draw your freckles back on, bookie," sounding like a effing dead dog, then doubled down by saying the singer looked like she got stung by a bee. The insults kept escalating. Hashtags like Justice for Dimmery and accusations that SZA was ugly, a liar, and a fake girl's girl flooded X. In between, Nicki exhumed decade-old tweets where pre-fame SZA shaded Beyoncé, Madonna, Rihanna, and Ciara, evidence, she claimed, of inside hate and zero integrity. For her grand finale, Nicki vowed the industry wouldn't even miss SZA if every record vanished overnight, boasting she'd toured countries that never heard of you. Retweets from the Barbs turned the feed into a meme arsenal, amplifying every jab until SZA trended worldwide for all the wrong reasons. But just as fans braced for a one-sided slaughter, SZA resurfaced, armed with screenshots that flipped the power dynamic. The so-called fake girl's girl, it turns out, had receipts that could make the Barbs blink. And that's where the story takes its first irreversible twist. Just when the Barbs thought they'd buried her, SZA fired off one tweet that rewired the entire narrative. Attached was a July 28, 2020 iMessage thread. Nicki's camp asking, "Is SZA recording right now? Got this hook I think she'd be dope on." Her caption cut deeper than any diss track. "You've asked for features twice, Nicki. Be blessed." Instantly, the optics flipped. Here was the supposed fake girl's girl, now brandishing proof that the queen of rap once courted her pen. And SZA hadn't just been asked, she'd already written for Nicki, co-crafting a bar on Feelin' Myself years earlier, a fact fans resurfaced within minutes. Then she stacked the scorecard. 5 shiny Grammys versus Nicki's 12 nominations and still empty mantle. Stadium numbers told the same story. The Grand National Tour with Kendrick Lamar has already cleared $256 million and 1.1 million tickets, the highest-grossing co-headline trek ever logged by BoxScore. With one screenshot and a stat drop, SZA transformed from target to tactician, reminding everyone that in 2025, screenshots trump slogans and receipts hit harder than rhymes. Nicki's timeline had gone from victory lap to damage control, and the feud's balance of power had tilted in real time. Nicki's latest tirade didn't appear out of thin air. It sits on layers of unfinished business. Back in 2020, Top Dog president Terrence "Punch" Henderson told The Breakfast Club that Nicki's team had asked for a SZA feature while the singer was deep in album mode. No verse ever arrived, and the silence seems to have festered. When Punch publicly plugged his new artist with a pointedly titled diss record, Broken Barbies, this July, Nicki read it as long smoldering payback and vowed she had receipts. SZA's screenshot of a text, "Is SZA recording right now? Got this hook?" was her way of saying, "You needed me first, remember?" Meanwhile, the SZA Punch bond has frayed. After a stormy rollout for the SOS Deluxe, the singer formally cut managerial ties with him in December 2024, calling it the end of an era while insisting there was no bad blood. Their earlier spats over album delays and public jabs had already shown cracks in the camp's armor. Nicki sensed that weak spot and zeroed in, folding Punch's alleged bullying into her own grievances. The result? 2 separate conflicts, artist versus ex-manager, rapper versus singer, collided in one messy timeline. But there's another reason everything feels déjà vu: Nicki's history. From Cardi B's heel throw at Fashion Week to Taylor Swift's VMA dust-up, the self-proclaimed queen of rap has long blurred personal slights with public spectacle, turning disputes into headline fodder. SZA is simply the latest name on a running list, proving the pattern: one perceived disrespect, a volley of tweets, then a worldwide stage for the fallout. Even the insults follow a script: mock the look, question the stats, declare icon status. Yet, unlike some past targets, SZA fires back with bulletproof numbers. Sold-out stadiums, record-smashing tour grosses, 5 Grammys and counting. The clash, then, is more than ego. It's a study in how modern artists weaponize receipts, screenshots, sales figures, viral moments to control the narrative. And as we've seen before, once Nicki labels someone a clown, the circus doesn't pack up quickly. But the real twist? SZA isn't the only one who's felt the sting of Nicki's sharp tongue this season. And the next chapter exposes how the rapper's feud playbook keeps evolving, one outrage at a time. Screenshots weren't the only weapons. Fan armies mobilized like militias. Within 24 hours of SZA's receipt drop, X's trending pane lit up with dueling hashtags: Team SZA, Mizza Miserable, and Nicki's freshly minted rally cry, Justice for Demery, a reference to her ongoing Roc Nation grudge. A TikTok explainer on the mysterious Demery saga racked thousands of stitches overnight, proof that even peripheral drama now feeds the fire. Nicki kept the narrative churning by reposting a shaky clip that allegedly showed concert-goers filing out when SZA hit the stage, captioning it, "Is this her hoe tour or her bro tour?" Yet tour math tells a different story. The Grand National Trek with Kendrick Lamar has already banked $256.4 million from just 23 shows, moving 1.1 million tickets and shattering Beyoncé and Jay-Z's co-headline record. Brands and blogs took notice. PR analysts warned that Nicki's multi-front feuds, she'd blasted Jay-Z and Megan Thee Stallion the week before, could spook endorsement partners, while SZA's Spotify streams spiked double digits as curious listeners flocked to Saturn and SOS. Behind the memes lurks real label politics. Nicki's long-running beef with Roc Nation leadership, TDE's split roles as SZA's label, and Punch's old stomping ground, and a rap economy where controversy often converts directly into clicks, streams, and merch sales. The fan skirmishes may feel petty, but every retweet moves money, proving that in 2025, stans don't just watch culture, they steer it. Next up, with merch tables booming and diss tracks teased, what chess moves are these icons planning, and who actually stands to win? On July 19th, SZA steps onto Cardiff's 74,000-seat Principality Stadium with Kendrick Lamar for the next stop of their record-breaking Grand National Tour, her first appearance since the Twitter firestorm erupted. Ticket pages for the show have been flashing limited availability all week, and local press are primed to see whether she slips a lyrical wink or simply lets the roar of a sold-out crowd answer Nicki for her. Back in the States, Nicki is teasing her counterpunch on the fan-powered streaming app Stationhead. During a July 10 broadcast, she previewed an unnamed track, then cut the audio just before the hook. Listeners swear they caught a guitar loop eerily close to SZA's Kill Bill. The clip's repost has already racked up more than 200K YouTube views, and Twitter sleuths are betting on a full-blown diss single within days. The feud is driving numbers in both directions. Industry chart watchers say SZA's catalog jumped back into multiple regional Spotify top 50s the morning after her feature request receipts went live, while Nicki's Barbs turned the Stationhead snippet into a global trending topic. Yet PR consultants quoted in People warned that Minaj's mounting list of skirmishes, with Jay-Z last week and Megan Thee Stallion in June, risks drama fatigue for high-end sponsors who prefer low-volatility ambassadors. So where does it land? Nicki could detonate a diss track and force SZA into the booth. SZA might lace a quiet onstage rebuttal into those European stadium screens, Or both camps could let the algorithms keep cashing in while they pivot to Q4 album rollouts. Either way, every tweet, stream, and ticket stub now doubles as evidence in hip-hop's loudest courtroom, the court of public opinion, where the verdict changes with every refresh. So here we are. One misunderstood tweet, a mountain of receipts, and 2 global fan armies locked in a digital stare-down. Nicki's throne still gleams, but the queen has gambled her legacy on yet another public spar. SZA, 5 Grammys deep, steps onto stadium stages where a single crowd roar says more than any subtweet ever could. When the smoke clears, will trophies or trending topics decide who really runs the game? Maybe the lesson isn't about who wins, but why the fight is worth our clicks in the first place. Keep an eye on your feed. The next bar, emoji, or screenshot could flip the story all over again.